Excellent. Round of applause for yourself. Can you round of applause for yourself? I'm feeling good. How y'all feeling? Y'all feeling good? Yeah. How'd you like Nicole's training on video marketing? How'd you like Nicole's training on, what was it, YouTube or videos, and then she did the form marketing?
Facebook.
There you go, yeah, Facebook. Facebook is a thing, but I'm here to tell you guys my story in terms of LinkedIn. But LinkedIn is a polar opposite of Facebook. I mean, it really is. It's the polar opposite in terms of how you can succeed on LinkedIn. So I'm going to get into some details of how you can master LinkedIn, but I want to fill in a few gaps in my story that Cedric was talking about. And some of you that know my story know that I use this term. I called it committing network marketing suicide. I was about to just leave this industry for good. I was done. Have been in this industry since age 20. Just trying to figure out how I could succeed. I had dreams and goals of being successful and rich. I talked to friends and family like all the rest of you guys, and by the time I got to my 30s, I was like, man, forget this industry. Either it works, but not for me, or it doesn't work at all, and we're all just being lied to. I mean, anybody else feel like that besides me? So in 2008, actually, the end of 2008, I tried to start doing my own seminars. Had nothing to do with a company, but I wanted to just kind of educate people about the merits of the industry. At the end of 2008, had no idea that God was preparing me for an understanding of attraction marketing. Being attractive, being someone of a personal value that people want to connect to. All right, and that was about the time I was trying to get out of cable. Like I said, you started rolling around the cable truck in the steel toe boots, the hard hat, the tube belt, and I was like, hey, you want that DVR player in your basement or in your bedroom? Where you want it? You know, I climbed poles, chased by dogs, stung by bees, broken ankles on ice, you name it. I was doing it on cable, 60 hours a week, 6 days a week. So, but all along trying to figure out how to succeed in this industry. So in 2009, I had a conversation with my wife. We sat down in a restaurant, chicken restaurant, over a bowl of wings, right? And I was like, I'm done. I'm done with this network marketing thing. So let's go ahead and figure out something else to do. I said, let's sell ebooks. Because I found a lady in Detroit, Michigan who sold ebooks. So I actually bought this ebook pack. I was going to hire her to coach me to get into ebooks, right? But we know it though. I was making that move. How thin the line is. Because as Cedric said, Sandra Essex sent me a message that had nothing to do with this industry at all, really on the surface. She just talked about success or some kind of motivational message. I don't remember exactly what it was, but I liked it. So I clicked on her link, you know, just to see who she was, which is kind of, if you heard when Nicole was talking about value, that's how she captured me and my attention. Value, she didn't talk about the industry. I clicked on her link, and then she backdoors me into this system of how to build the business or this type of business on the internet. The first thing I realized she said was that you don't have to chase after your friends and family. Now that was a revelation, right? Yeah, exactly. I was like, yeah, no friends and family. I like to fool with my cousins, my uncles, my niece, or whatever. So that was the first thing. She also said that you don't have to actually fund the whole business out of your own pocket. There's a way that you can actually fund the business without paying for it. Branding, personal development, all that stuff, right? So I clicked this button, and there was a link come up for $1 test drive of her system. So I paid $1, you know, $1. Well, you know, $1, right? I go to Wendy's and spend $1. So I clicked, got the $1 test drive for 2 weeks. That was $1 for 2 week test drive, but I acted like I spent $1,000 for it, to be honest with you. That's how I acted here mentally. All right, so I got in this system, and about 30 days into this system with the training I was taught, I got about 70 leads on the internet. Now again, I never did none of this junk before on the internet. If I was on the internet, there was 2 things I was doing. Either I was playing spades with Yahoo, okay, or checking my Yahoo email. Seriously, that's what I was doing in 2009. So to be able to get on the internet and do anything at all to me was just phenomenal. So my first 30 days, I got 70 leads on the internet. Didn't even know if LinkedIn existed at that point. By my 3rd month, I was ranked in the top 20 in this marketing system, around 6,000 or 7,000 people. But in the midst of that, I met Cedric. I didn't know Cedric right off, but I met him in the middle of that. Then I got downsized from the other job I took to get out of cable. So here's where the story gets crazy. I got downsized, and some of you that know my story, I got 5 children, and you know, my wife's here, that kind of thing. So I got downsized, and I was unemployed, no income, trying to find a job. And I called Cedric And my intention was to ask him if I could borrow some money, if I keep it real. Because I saw Cedric's house. How many of y'all seen Cedric's house? This guy got some money, he can help me out, right? So I said, I'm gonna call him and see if, because that's where I was here in my head. I needed, we all get to, not all of us, but some of us get to a point of desperation where you will say and do things you otherwise wouldn't do because of your circumstances. So I couldn't fix my lips, as my mother would say. I couldn't fix my lips to ask him for money. What came out was, Cedric, I need help. Dude, it's no joke over here, okay? So he said, well, Larry, look, the bottom line is this, man. You're not gonna find a job. If you do, it's not gonna be much, and he was right. I found a job at $9.25 an hour at book publishing. Now, I need you guys to understand how close the timeline is. This is 2009, not 1989, not 1999, last year. This happened. This is my story from the last year. So Cedric said to me, you need to become the king of free marketing because you broke. Now he didn't say the broke part, but that's why he said that, because you broke, you had the money. So I said, okay, well, what does that take? He said, you need to cut videos and write articles and just get the word out. Now, I had never done either one of those two things ever. Cutting a video, some of y'all in here like the idea of cutting videos, but still uncomfortable because you think you gotta be perfect. Believe me, I wasn't perfect. And I never wrote anything before. Some people started reading my stuff thinking I was an award-winning author, but it had nothing to do with that. I'm gonna explain where all that came from, but he said that to me. He said, you need to be the king of free marketing. So I got ridiculously focused on getting content out. Just like Nicole was talking about copy-paste, I was doing that, copy-paste thing. I would watch videos, I would read articles of other people, and I would just do my best to emulate the success and just put the information out there, right? Because you gotta think about it. If you do the right things consistently, you should get some results, honestly. And as I joke and say,